We bought a 2001 Dodge Viper RT10 and we crammed a Redeye Hellcat motor in it. Now we have the hood and bumper reinstalled, we have it running, but now we gotta fix a few little tiny issues and then it's time to take this to Verona and test this thing out. One thing we're gonna take care of is installing a line lock. This might look familiar, it's because we already did this to the 350Z. Now Ricky and I are gonna install this on that. That's 3/4. This is our master cylinder. This is the line that we're gonna pull off of the master cylinder, interrupt. We're probably gonna mount our line lock down here inside of the fender.
Whoa, what are you doing that thing, Ricky?
I am gonna empty out the reservoir before I make a huge mess.
Oh, he still sprayed it everywhere. Slinging brake fluid.
The first thing we gotta do, we gotta find out what thread pitch this is so we can start buying adapters and get some custom lines made for the line lock. She's up. Now from us doing this previously, we have a few bolts already here. Don't worry about that. Oh, that's way too big. This is not it for sure.
Aren't there only like 2 standard sizes?
I was gonna look it up. And
Go ahead, look it up, Will.
why don't you go ahead and cap that thing so it doesn't rust.
Why don't you go ahead and look it up?
Go ahead.
Will.
So is Ricky gonna figure it out first or is Will?
Me, bro. You think I'm a wait on Will? Look. Bam. All right, so now that we have all of our fittings and measurements done, I'm gonna go to our performance stores down the road. I'm gonna get some custom lines made, buy a few fittings, and then I'm gonna come right back and I'm gonna finish installing this whole thing together. While I'm gone, Will is gonna keep going and he's gonna start doing all the wiring for it.
Getting ready to mount the lock solenoid for the line lock inside of here. So got my label maker out. Oh, focus on that. There we go. I have our ring terminal that's gonna go on our positive post right here. 5 amp fuse in line. This is gonna feed the constant on our relay. This is our line lock right here. This is gonna go to our ground terminal that we have right here. Everything is very well placed throughout this car. Like I said, it's almost like it was made for this setup. Then I have the positive feed for the solenoid and I have the ground for the relay. So the relay for the solenoid is gonna go right here next to our PDU. The solenoid for the line lock is gonna go right here against the fender well. So that's everything that I have to do on the outside as far as wiring. All the wiring that I have to do now is inside of the footwell, which is super tight, so wish me luck. But it's all in good timing because I just heard Ricky pull up with our brake line fittings and he's walking through the door.
We got 'em. Just got back from Crown Performance and I got the brake lines we need and the adapter for the master. And it is time to put it on to make sure that I got the right measurements and the right adapters. Okay, so the line lock is completely installed. You can see here, we ended up putting the solenoid device right down here. And then here's the 2 fittings, the in and out. And then up here, you see our hoses, our new hoses. So all we did, we took the hard line that went to the master, took it to the side, and then went down to the solenoid and back up into the master. And then you did all the electronics right after. We have a small LED light just sitting there. That tells me that the line lock is working when I press the button.
So I rigged that to the powered side of the relay. So when the power is going to the solenoid, the same voltage is feeding that LED light. So it's not per the button, it's per the relay giving voltage. That way, if the button gets stuck or it's not releasing, he has some sort of notification that his line lock is still on because power is still going to the solenoid.
Or the opposite, or it's not working.
Yeah.
Cool. So spin the wheel, spinning. I'm gonna press the brakes. And I'm gonna hold the line lock and I'm gonna release the brakes and now he shouldn't be able to release the button and it should release.
Good job, boys.
We are working, baby. Burnout time. All right, so if you look at our engine bay, you'll see that there's just a throttle body dangling. So I have a 90-degree sleeve, 4-inch wide. I have a 120-degree sleeve, 2 clamps, and I have a huge K&N filter. And I'm gonna make something happen with this. This is what I was telling the boys. I was telling the boys we should like face it up, put the filter here, and then make a hole in the hood. And I think it'll be freaking sick. And then they were like, well, it's gonna be facing the driver view. And I was like, you're right, maybe we shouldn't do that. And they didn't like the idea anyway. So what if we go here? Ooh, that's not gonna work. Oh, what about here? Oh, look at that. Look. Boom, down there. Ooh, we're gonna go two though?
Are we trying to do either or?
I see what you mean. See, right here would be freaking sick, bro. Well, I thought you were supposed to be doing wire stuff.
Your culo is in my way.
Like this?
This up.
No.
Ah!
We'll literally just put it straight to the throttle body.
Can we put the map or the temp right there?
Bro, Mickey's gonna have a heart attack, bro.
Why?
What is this in?
It'll smash your air filter.
It's only one way to find out. Here, put this out, and if the filter is smashed, then we know it hits.
Oh my god, no way. It's just.
Oh, my camera. Did I smash it?
Yeah, it's right at the end. That's not gonna work.
Oh, no, it's gonna hit it for sure. Okay, so I did some measuring. So the way I did, I just literally laid it on top, and I think I have something that might work. Something like this will be able to put me.
And then it'll take the air in from here.
And it should line up somewhere. I think this lines up like here or here. And if it does, we'll be able to adjust the filter up, down. We can move it this way, but not that way. So I'm gonna put the clamps on it. I'm gonna make it solid. We're gonna mount this whole thing completely.
You think it's gonna clear this thing?
I don't know. I don't know. How are we looking so far?
I don't know. It's getting tight above.
That's gonna hit, dude.
It's getting tight.
That's good. This is like a small space.
Going.
Wait. Oh no, we're clear. Push it over there. Smack.
No way, bro. You're not. Look, it's.
Dude, there's no way I could have planned that better. Look in there.
Look through there.
Give me a little flashlight.
Look in there, bro.
That vent is going straight to the air filter. Nothing but cool air going to that.
It's barely clear.
I've been saying it since the beginning. It's almost like this was made for the Hellcat motor. Viper's loaded up. Let's hit the track.
If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the Throttle YouTube channel and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss a thing.
Well, we arrived at Verona. We've got the Viper behind us and all of our stuff for the day. We're gonna get this thing unloaded and get some data logging done first. Gonna be a fun day, gonna be hot, so we're gonna get our little pit area set up, get the car unloaded, and get prepared. That's right. Oh, Ricky's here too.
What's the checklist this morning, Ricky?
Right now we're putting the tires at a lower PSI and we are gonna warm her up and then we're gonna do some data log. Not racing yet, just gonna be doing very safe passes so we can go back and forth with our tuner to make sure this thing is dialed up first before we go ham on it. Alright, so I'm gonna do a few laps just to warm up the engine, and then on my third lap I'm gonna do a log and I'm gonna do a second and third boot. Just got done doing 2 more logs, send them both to the tuner. I'm just waiting on the response right now. Car feels great, everything is solid, all the temps are in perfect conditions right now. The track is in good condition right now as well, so We'll wait back for the tuner. We'll be here for a few hours, loading to the car, and then we'll go for another test drive.
So it looks good.
We're gonna log everywhere.
There's 1 or 2 more parameters that they want us to actually log. So when you data log, you configure the log for what you want to see. So like you want to see fuel timing, you want to see knock, you want to see crank positions. He's having us add 1 or 2 more parameters, but he said the fueling looks good. It's right where it should be. So we can keep doing passes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go do a run, send him a log, but keep testing the car while he's working on that, because the tune is really good enough to where like a minor change should get us where he wants to be. I think more so than anything, he just wants to make sure everything is staying good and staying safe, and we're not going to damage anything. So we're in a spot where we can actually go do testing and do runs and make passes and feel good about it. Send him a log. He's going to look over everything, and we should be good. So.
Launch we ever did in the Hellcat.
That last launch looked really good.
Yeah, oh yeah, it felt good.
Did it cut out at the end?
At the end of the second.
In a second, I heard it cut.
That whoa, and when I went to third, it was like, it was like, no, sir. Nah. Car feels great. I just want a few more bugs, and then once those bugs we're done with, once we throw them away, we'll have a very solid car, which is what we're here to do.
Hey Will, what are you requesting?
So our tuner got back to us and he said the logs are showing that we're either losing fuel or we're running low on pressure during the top end of those pulls. So we're gonna make some adjustments on the fuel pressure regulator and see if we can't keep the fuel pressure constant in there when he's up there ripping down the street.
I got my new instructions. I am not a drag racing expert, but we got friends that are, and I'm absorbing everything I can. And here we go.
We figured out our fuel pumps were not having a good time there. When we lost power, we rolled it back, heat it on, we got no fuel pressure. So we think the fuse is having a bad time because Will went to pull the fuse out and the fuse came apart as he pulled it out. That's not something you want a fuse to do. So we put a different fuse in. We're gonna test it again, adjust the fuel pressure again, go out for another pass. So you wanna watch that gauge as it keys on?
Can I go key on or not yet?
Go key on.
I hear stop.
I hear it. You got pressure?
Yeah, I got pressure.
Okay. We got fuel pressure again. That's a good thing.
I have like,
so let's...
wait, I have like 90.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We should go down to 65.
I have like 90.
It sounded sick.
90?
It was running it's 80. Running it's 80. So we're gonna tune it down to like 75. Running should be like where we need it, you know?
I thought it was gonna go all the way across.
Stay tuned, we're working on it.
So this is the aftermath.
This is the aftermath. This is the fuse. Ooh, yeah, it's got a little melty. That's the aftermath of running the pumps on a 30 amp fuse. Not enough power, or too much power.
Yeah.
Too much power.
Make some usable passes so we can see how the chassis is reacting to the power getting put down to the ground through these race tires. So we just learned something. Quinn's videoing it, we're watching it in slow motion, seeing what the chassis is doing, so now we can make some adjustments to the Penske race shop to get it to do what we want.
All right, that was 20 clicks left.
20 clicks left.
Yes.
And that's maxed out, soft.
I don't think it's maxed out, but
Do that on the other side, we'll go for another pass.
Yes.
19, and 20. All right, we're even across the board now.
So we're loading up a new tune. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, so we got a refresh tune from the last one. So we're gonna put that into the Diablo Sport. And from the Diablo Sport, we're gonna flash the ECU of the car, and we're gonna do another log. And we're just gonna keep doing this until we get it right.
Brian from Diablo Store sent us another tune. Ricky can't keep it off the limiter, so we built a on the limiter tune. Apparently he's supposed to shift at 5 to 6, and Ricky doesn't do that. He just eats the limiter and then he shifts, and apparently he doesn't like that too much. So he sent us a tune. We're updating it right now, and then we're gonna send Ricky back out, see what happens.
The chassis is reacting right. Okay. So we need to figure out the tire pressure. The chassis is good.
That was a good pass. Car didn't cut out, so we're going in the right direction. Now we need to figure out our tire pressure. But that was a freaking good run, so we're making really good progress.
Alright, what'd you see there, Quinn?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the second.
That was the second gear launch.
Yeah, with too much traction.
So he went second to fifth.
Yeah.
Nobody can hit third in this freaking shop. Unbelievable.
Third, buddy? So tune's fixed. Now it's just driver error. Now I just have to get used to the car and the launch and the line lock and the RPMs and where I'm sitting. It's just a lot. It's a lot to process when you're driving something like this. So it's just me. Now I just gotta get better, which it comes with practice. So I just gotta get a bunch of runs done.
We're almost at the end of the 8th. That line right there is the end of the 8th mile, so we're like at the other side of the track. He's gonna come flying by. It's gonna be so freaking loud. You feel that in your chest, dude. Holy crap.
I was kind of scared.
Yeah, were you?
A little bit.
That thing comes up fast, man.
He's getting wild with that burnout.
That car is so freaking cool, man. Oh, I want to make it pass so bad. I don't know if we'll have time to do that today.
How fast do you think he's going when he passes us?
Probably close to 100.
I think more.
You think more?
I think more, for sure.
He's freaking flying when he comes through here, though, huh?
Yeah, I'd say like 115, maybe 120.
Maybe. I don't know if he's going that.
By the time he passes,
He
but
might be, actually.
by the time he passes that.
I wish we had the lights and
There he
stuff
goes.
so we could go show traffic. Of it. So that's all pepper from one of the axles. Too much sauce in the kitchen, baby.
Not again?
Can you limp it back?
Ricky, again?
Oh, I snapped something, whether it's an axle or I don't know what it was.
Let's see if you can.
driver's side. She going. Oh, and it sheared our brake line too.
That's what test days are for. It sucks, but better now than at the event. So we got 2 days to fix it. That's it. We gotta fix it.
Should have known Ricky would do that.
Again, it's like we were there for an axle with me.
Oh, you twisted the hell out of that thing.
Oh yeah.
You twisted and then it pulled itself out.
Yeah, they held that pretty good.
Yeah, passenger's fine.
Fine for now.
Yeah, we should replace both.
One day.
I don't think that's supposed to look like that.
Oh no. Yeah, no. Yeah. Remember the Hellcat motor makes less power than the V8 one or V10 one or whatever dumb people were saying in the comments? That's a. There you go. V10 didn't do that. Cat motor did. Baby. We got 9 people on staff right now looking for axles. They were looking for axles. Mickey's on the phone looking for axles. We got the previous owner of this car looking for axles. Greg is looking for axles. We got a lot of people looking for axles. So
I don't even know what an axle is.
Sub axle.
we're gonna get. Huh? Mickey's buying 3 axles right now on the phone, so we're good. We're gonna get this thing loaded back up on this trailer because there's nothing more we can do here because we don't have an axle anymore. And then we're gonna get the heck out of Dodge and fix this car and go to the race. It'll be good. So overall, despite the axle breaking, some of you guys did call it in the comments. I'll give you that, but it was a very successful day. We made a lot of progress with the car. We got the tune dialed in. We got Ricky mostly dialed in. Greg is happy to be here, having a good time, and you know, it went well. So let's get this thing back up.
I heard Greg's buying lunch.
Hey!
Yeah!
Greg?
What?
Greg, the people want to hear some cool drag stories.
And I don't have any.
The people.
The people don't even like me.
You
They love
absolutely.
you.
They love me. Do I get paid for this?
You absolutely have some drag stories, Greg.
I do.
Indeed, you do.
And this track is a great home track. Take a look at it.
This is Greg's home track.
This is all our
It
home
is
track.
pretty. It is pretty here. But this is our home track too. But we don't really do a lot of drag racing, so we don't get up here very often.
Yo, Will.
Yo.
You know who you look like? Oh, hold on. I'll roast you after. All right, Will.
Yo.
You wanted to find out?
I wanted to find out.
I think it's Wild Thornberry's, the guy, like the safari guy.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Watch that.
All right. Well, we're gonna pop the picture on screen right now.
Is there a face I should be making?
Oh, for sure.
Probably not.
No.
Smashing? Oh, is it like that? Safari hat like
I
this?
don't know. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, right now we're responsible.
Yeah, that's it.